Hi, welcome to Chaos Game Studio. This video is an update on the action RPG game that I'm currently making. You could see in the intro that I added weapons and their animations, but I also added something that will turn to the skill tree in the future. So let's start with animations. To be honest, that was the worst thing in this project so far. I started quite confident as I already have some experience with 3D animations, because I did animations for week 4 of Game a Week and I didn't have too many problems back then, but this time was different as I wanted every weapon type to have its own set of animations. It took me a while to find that there is something like animation override controller, but it turns out that it's easy to use and work like a dream. So I added weapons models, the link to the pack is in the description, and pistol animations looked good, but the rifle just floated in the air all the time. Luckily, I knew what I need. Animations, rigging. I watched the tutorial to see how to set things up, set myself mentally for an hour or two of work, and after those 2 hours, I rage quit from Unity editor. To be honest, I still don't know what's wrong with it. I have done it as well as I can right now, but because I want to change weapons models later, I don't want to worry about this too much. That was the first time when I used animation rigging, and I think that when I come back to it in a month or so, that will go smoothly. The second thing was much easier for me, mainly because it contains coding and I feel much stronger in coding already, so that will be the first time when I will try to explain my code a little bit. And because I'm not a professional developer yet, and I don't use any tutorials for coding parts of this project, don't be too harsh on my coding skills if I have done this in the most ineffective way possible. So first I changed something that I already have, which is player statistics. Before, all stats was just the variables in the general player statistics script. And since the beginning, I knew that I will change it later, and that was the moment. Right now, I have a stat class and classes like health and damage that inherits from it. Right now, both of them are just empty classes, but later I will need specific functions and values that will apply only to specific stat. And our player statistic class has a list of all those stats and doesn't take responsibility for changing the values of those stats. Next, we have a skill class that is a scriptable object. I know that the things that I have done is not skill specifically, but I call it like that because it will be available in a skill tree. The objects are mapped to the buttons in a skill tree window, and when each button is clicked, it's called the same function from the player statistics script, and this function just transmits information to a specific stat. It is working nicely. If you know a better or maybe correct way of how to do it, let me know. As I mentioned, I'm just a beginner, so I will gladly expand my knowledge and improve my code. So that's it for Devlog 5. If you're interested, you can subscribe to this channel, and if you have any feedback both about the project and the video, feel free to leave a comment. See you in the next video. Bye!